Okay. So the let's see. Okay. So the thing I wanted to like really get into though is like changing the format of the podcast, right? So before we used to just have topics, only talk about the topics and everything. Now I just wanted to be just like open discussion about anything, right? Like what we've heard throughout the week, what's been going on with anything, even personal shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, I just wanted to like try that out. So as y'all know and don't know, okay, I'm the real kid, aka Duncan. This is my boy Ragnarok Dim, aka Gerard. Um, and then yeah, we haven't been on for a while. You know what I mean? Things life happens and everything gets busy, so you know we kind of lost track of time and content. But now we back with it. So I want to start things off first by just talking about this outright. Student loan forgiveness, bro. I just want to talk about it. Right? I have never seen people get so mad at something that does not affect them. I have never seen that in my life, bro. And I'm not saying there's a certain type of person that's saying like that. I'm just saying there's a certain type of person who's mad at someone forgiveness. So let's kind of break it down for a bit. You know, for the past how many elections? Probably since 2008, I would say, since Obama's first go around. You know, one of the standing points on presidencies were student loan forgiveness. Like, when are you going to forgive our loans and all that stuff? And now we actually have somebody actually doing it after 14 years, right? And then you kind of like want to think about it like, okay, why do we need student loan forgiveness? Who benefits from it? Does it affect other people in a negative way? And that kind of thing. Me personally, bro, I have student loans. I ain't gonna lie, right? But I'm somebody who pays them. I already intended to pay everything off in about 10 years. So all this does is making sure I pay it off sooner. That's all it does, right? End of the day. But my thing is the people who are mad about it, bro. Everybody's like, what if I already paid off my loans? Good. You want a cookie? Like what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and especially those people like, what if I was somebody who didn't go to college and and didn't make the mistake of taking out loans? Cool. You want a cookie too? Like, it's like it's weird to me that people are so mad and they're like, oh, we should be putting our tax money into stuff that matters. Are the same people that don't know that majority of our money goes to, financial aid for other countries and bombings and shootings and everything like that, right? My road outside is bumpy. You think my tax money goes into those roads when I need it to? No, because I have no say in what it actually does. You know what I'm saying? They just take the money outright. And when I don't pay my taxes, guess what they do? They say we're gonna garnish your wages. You gonna give us that tax money, or you going to jail. Jail. Like that shit crazy to me, bro. That's shit crazy to me. But all right, what do you think, bro? Because I think you're somebody who didn't have loans, right?
Yeah,
You
so
don't have student
when I no, I did, but it wasn't. So when I got out of college, I had a little bit, not as much as a lot of people. Like the people coming out with like 30, 40, 50, and it's like I didn't have that much. I was lucky. So when I heard about it, I was like, my first thought was like, damn, good for y'all. That shit sucked. It sucked paying that back, man. Every damn time you're like, oh, we're gonna throw it here. And then of course, naturally, you throw like if they say, oh, pay $200, that's the minimum. It's like, nah, bro, pay like 300, 350. Throw extra at it. Get that shit paid up as quickly as possible.
loans.
And it sucked. But then it's like you see for your friends, like, damn, good for y'all, man. Y'all have to deal with that bullshit, man. I'm happy for y'all. And then, as you pointed out, reading the Facebook comments was just hilarious. They're like, yeah, it's irresponsible. How dare you? This is insulting to me. And I'm like, first of all, it's like, bro, why are you hate? Like, you know what it makes me think of? It's like, all right, say I had cancer, right?
Yeah.
And I went through chemo, and finally, it's like I cured of it. It's in remission. I'm good to go. And
Mhm.
then like the next day, like, hey, we just found a cure for cancer. Why would I get mad over them finding a cure for cancer? It's like, bro, no, I had to go through chemo. I had to
Yep.
go through treatment. How
Yep.
dare you cure it now? Like, no,
Yeah.
it's stupid.
And
Like, it's
and
dumb.
the worst part is to top it all off, right? A lot of people like to be fake economists.
Mm.
How is this going to benefit the economy? How is this going to do this? How is it going to do that? Number one, you're taking. So remember, money doesn't disappear. It's given. Like I remember somebody talking about it. It's given to the rich no matter what, right? Even when you invest in like stocks and stuff, all you're doing is paying the companies to own part of the company.
Mm.
So you're still giving back money to the rich. Like you did, there is no cycle in capitalism where you're not giving back money to the rich. So what you're doing is taking money out of that, first of all, out of the government, because when you look at it, student loans are government, well, the public student loans, right? Is the government paying itself, right? Because the government owns those loans. So it's the government paying itself and then giving it back to you. So then you go spend more to the big companies. And then guess what gets taxed? That money you just got. So the government ends up with the money anyway, right? It's the same with the stimulus check. The government gave out the stimulus checks. Instead of bailouts for those companies, they gave out stimulus checks because they know people are going to spend money to that company because we spenders. That the American consumer is a spender. They're not a saver. They're not an investor. They're a spender. So when I see people get so angry at it, I wonder what their backing is. And I'll get personal with this. I had this girl on here, right, in college. She flunked out. She flunked out. All right? She ain't drop out, flunked. Okay? I'm not saying no names. I'm just saying she flunked. And, she didn't have to take out any more loans because she flunked. You know what I'm saying? She no more college. Just for her to be one of those same people bashing student loan forgiveness. And I remember one of her quotes was saying, but see, I wasn't stupid enough to have to go get a degree and da. I'm like, you were in college though. You were there. I've seen you with my eyes. Like, I don't understand how you're gonna bash people and say they're stupid when you were the one that flunked out though. Right? Who are the other people? The people that didn't go to college. That's cool. Now tell me, since you feel okay, your tax money is paying someone who was irresponsible. Okay. Please inform me about what's going on the other side of the world that you have invested in with your tax money, apparently, and why you need to keep buying more ammo, guns, and everything like that. Give me some information yourself. Don't go on Google. Don't go on Yahoo. I don't know if people use Yahoo still. Don't go on Ask Jeeves. I think that shit's still up. But I want to know what you think in regards to where your money gets spent, because right, we hire these politicians, but remember we are a democratic republic. So everything below the presidential line is us voting them in. But then everything above that is them choosing what goes in there and what doesn't. Right? So our votes align with what our political views are. But after that, after the person gets voted in, it doesn't matter what they do in that term unless they're looking for re-election. They are now their own individual person. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these people can to make speeches and all that stuff to their people, but they're their own person. So there is no logical backing into hating student loan forgiveness, especially when you see the states say we think it's gonna hurt our state. How? Like, I want to know. Like, how you think, Jared? Like, how you think this hurts states? Like, if you were to be one of those people from those very, very conservative, because it's mostly conservatives that have an issue. from those very conservative states, what would you say? What would you think is the case?
Well, one dumb argument I saw was people saying they're like, "Oh, it's gonna hurt their responsibility. No one should be helping you pay it off. You should take the time and invest the like effort into working all the jobs to pay back what you took out." And then one person, yo, I think it was an official too. They were bragging. They're like, "My mom worked 3 jobs to help me pay back my loans, and together we were able to do it." And I'm like, bro, that's not good. Your mom shouldn't be having to grind her life away to help you pay that shit back.
Nope.
That's not a flex.
It's not. Like it's not.
That's bad.
I don't get it. Like I don't get it. How you doing, Key? How you doing? We're just talking about some student loans right now. But I have seen mind you, a lot of these other people don't know. When you work in public service, when you work for nonprofits, after 10 years, your loan is automatically forgiven. So there was already student loan forgiveness to begin with. It just took 10 years to do it. Right? But my thing is, and don't get me wrong, there are people that don't pay their loans. I'll admit that. There are people that don't, and then they're getting this forgiveness. And those people you can say like, oh, these people don't even pay their loans and stuff. So how are we gonna forgive them? That's the only part I agree with. If you don't pay your loans, I don't think you should be getting it. That's my controversial part on it. If you're not paying your loan, you should not be getting it. That's how I think you gotta have, depending on how many years you had it though, right? If you had it for like 2+ years and you've been consistent in your 2+ years of paying them back, I think you should be getting it. But if you're somebody who like never paid it, then nah, I don't think you should. I don't think you should, because then it's like you clearly aren't going to pay it regardless. So why would not? Like I'd rather if I'll be real, and there's probably too many people to do it, but I'd rather like see where there's like consistent payments, and then put them one side, and then see where there isn't consistent payments and put them on the other side. And then clearly these student loan forgivenesses, they have a budget, right? They're only able to forgive this, that, and the third, because they're going based off how many people have loans in general. So what I would say is you take whatever the people who weren't paying, whatever excess you're saving off not paying their loans, you transfer it over to the people that were paying their loans and give them an extra, let's say it's $20,000 right now for Pell Grants and stuff. Give them an extra $500. Right? For each person that's not $500. Boom. And you good. I think that's good. And he says, counter, what about people who just started school and qualify? Should they apply? Do you feel like that's a cop-out?
Well, if you just started, you wouldn't have a lot to begin with.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jared. Take it.
It depends on where you go, too. To be fair. Like, Chestnut Hill, when I was going, I think they were like $34K a year.
It was like 35, 34, yeah.
34, but now they're probably like 38 or something like that higher.
No, they're probably like 4. Bro, by my end of my senior year, it was $44K.
Damn, that jump. All right, shit.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't tell you that.
So if you like, I mean, obviously it depends on like your financial situation with you and your parents. So say now you just started your freshman year and you had to take out loans for $44K, you would have $44,000 just chilling there on your loans. Mm-hmm. So should people who just started qualify? I mean, no, after you graduate, because you don't have to start paying your loans until you graduate, right? A year after
6 months? 6 months after you graduate.
So they would qualify after. So if you just graduated, you still have 6 months. So should they qualify? That's a good question.
I don't think so. Here's my thing. I feel like where we are now in the world, there's a lot more information than back in like 2012, 2013.
Fair.
And now we know, right? Before it was an assumption, but now we know college doesn't have to be the end all be all. Now, do people with degrees, when you look at the average with somebody with degrees and somebody without degrees, the person with a degree is always going to make way more in their lifetime. So college is just about that. The issue is the cost, the expense, and then the profit from it. You know, like a degree technically should be allowing me to pay back my college salary, my college tuition about, I think it's about 10 to 20,000 more than your tuition costs. Right? Chester Hill was 44. I didn't start making more than 44,000 until 2 years ago. So everything else has been when I was being paid 30,000, 35,000, 40,000. And now I'm in a comfortable spot, but not so comfortable where I could look at my loans and go, damn, I could pay this off right now. No, it's going to take me another 6, 7 years. And the worst part is, we don't know what's going to happen in the 6, 7 years. I could die. And now my loan ain't getting paid. So guess who got to take my loan? My next of kin. My next of kin got to pay back the loan. You know what I'm saying? I think personally, now, like students going into college and stuff now, I think we have started doing a good idea of starting people out in community college. I think we're starting to do that a lot more, which is great. I can personally tell you, right, from a Caribbean household, I was going to community college first, right? And the person taking care of me felt ashamed because I was going to community college because they were expecting Harvard, MIT, that type of shit. Like, no, bro, what?
Shit.
But they wasn't taking into consideration the cost of college. They were just thinking about college. That was it. College. What happens in guidance counselor offices? They're not talking about trade school. They're talking about college. That's all they do. What's their job? To help you get to college. That's it. They put the application in for you and everything. They're not helping you about what can I do to go to trade school to fix HVAC or plumbing or stuff like that. I just paid a plumber $250 to do about 30 minutes of work, bro. Do you know what that is in an hourly rate, bro? Like, like, I used to be confused. I'm like, no, ain't no way plumbers and construction workers and all that make that, until I realized when you split up how much you're paying them by hour, that they make way more than you do. The only issue is the consistency. When you have a salary job, you work almost every day. You're gonna get paid. That's a promise. Right? You're expected to get paid. When it comes to plumbing and stuff, you need clients. You need to be able to work. There could be days, if not months, where you don't have a client. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're paid so much. Trade school should be a bigger discussion point of high school students when speaking about our future plans, in my opinion. It should be, but the issue, I think, why it's not is because, one, educators want to promote more education institutes. Like, they're not looking for you. Like, there ain't no class other than like what do they call them? Vocational schools?
You're right.
There isn't a shop class and motor skills class. Like, there's none of that. It's math, English, science, whatever. And then they're gonna promote you to go for more of a liberal arts school where it's math, everything like that, because it brings more money into the system. Your tax money was paying your high school, your middle school, and everything like that. Right? All that tax money builds up for you to give even more money to the institutions so that they always benefit from it.
Right.
If you the whole thing about trade school, if you really look at it, is when you're surrounded by those people early in your life. My gramps was a plumber. So he went to school for plumbing. I was raised around contractors, plumbers, HVAC, everything like that. Guess what they told me to do? Go to college. Because what I didn't see, like if I ever needed $1 because I was a kid, a kid wanted $1, they were able to give me the $1. What I didn't see was when they weren't working. You know what I'm saying? That's what they didn't want for me, was to have me not working and wondering when my next check is going to be. So that's the thing about trade school. That's the risk and reward with it. It's like you get paid a lot for what you do. But when you're not doing anything, you're not getting paid at all. You know, it's the same. It's a risk. There's a risk to it. That's why they have unions, right? Make sure they got. That's why they got unions. Make sure they got work. Make sure they're protected. Everything like that. Even painters, painting is easy, right? It's easy. Let's be real. It is easy, but the amount of time it takes to paint is what gets you, and the amount of things you can paint is what gets you. Because I need to paint this room for my stepdaughter, and I'll probably pay somebody $100 to do it. Why $100? Because I don't want to do it. Currently, even private schools are losing their trades like wood shop class. Go ahead, Jared. Talk about it.
So I think there's still the social stigma with trade school and blue collar jobs is that you're quote unquote low class, bottom of the barrel. And first of all, people they don't think about it. Those people are what literally keep up 85 to 90% of society.
Yes.
That dude who drives the truck across the country is the reason you can go to the grocery store or buy electronics or get your shit from Amazon that you want so badly. That dude that works, that's grinding every single day. And for instance, like everyone in here who has a car and drives, you went to the mechanic and got screwed at least once on repairs or some other part.
Yep.
Imagine if you went to trade school and you're like, oh damn, my alternator broke. Man, that's like what, $50? That'll take me 5 minutes to put that in myself.
Facts.
Done. But they could charge the shit out of you for labor. There's nothing wrong with blue collar jobs. It just depends on what you want to do. College is supposed to, what it should be for is specialization. That's what the whole point of it is. If you want to go be a theoretical physicist or go and work for NASA, yeah, you should probably go to college. You're going to need the PhD and all those degrees and courses.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just want something simply like, damn, man, what about that garbage man? No, the garbage man is trash. He doesn't live a good life. That man is making at least $65K. He has a good pension and benefits.
Yep.
Nice, solid job.
Yep.
Guess what? There's always going to be trash. They're never going to not need trash disposal. You're always going to have a job every single day of the week.
To add to it, he probably works only 3 days a week, 3-4 days a week.
What? You get holidays because every damn time you put in the trash, like, oh damn, it was Memorial Day.
Yeah.
You off from work, bro. You get holidays.
You chilling. You go home, you take a shower, you chilling. Your family ain't got to worry about nothing.
No, obviously, if you're not good with smells, don't be a trash man.
Yeah, terrible. It's bad, bro. It's bad, but
carpenters, plumbers, all these people. It's not a bad field to go into if you like that stuff. Go for it. There's nothing wrong with it.
All right. And he says, I think the biggest issue with our school system is that we push college on kids so hard and create this stigma that anyone who doesn't go to college is destined to fail. But the further along we move in time, it's being more common for online jobs and such to grow. You're correct. The online job thing, though, is like more to do with trust. Because when it comes to online jobs, you are more prone to get hit by scammers. Especially because they'll, like, let's say you put in an application to a job that you heard, right? And they're asking you for your full name, last name, phone number, like all that stuff, right? Now they're you. Now they got you. Now, because that's why, and when I talked to one of my managers, the reason why people look for college degrees is not due to the degree itself. It's not. It's due to the proof that you're able to finish one of the hardest tasks in America, right? College ain't for everyone. I've seen people flunk out. I've seen people go crazy. God rest this person's soul, but Jared, you remember dude committed suicide come graduation. Remember that, right? Like, college changes people so much, especially mentally, that I think jobs look at as the final checkpoint of the whole waking up early, knowing what to do on a computer, being consistent, and staying long term for something. Because at the end of the day, school ourselves is how long, Jared? 18 years. From preschool to your 4 years in college, that's 18 years. Because grade school is 1 to 12. Preschool is K1 and 2. And then college is the 4. That's 18 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what they mostly measure it for. They don't. If you have, I mean, if you have a degree in astrophysics, of course your ass gonna get higher than somebody like me who got a degree in business, unless it's for business. Like,
Then it's like, what? Why'd you do that? Like that
you
was a
know,
waste of time.
like my degree is general. Anything could be applied to business. The whole point of business degrees are to know how a business runs. That's it. That's it. Right? Most of the other degrees are very, very, very specific. If you got an accountant degree, you're more prone to just be an accountant. If you got an arts degree, you're more prone to just be an art. But if you got a business degree, almost every position that requires an office is for you. That's how it is. But yeah, I think personally people are just mad about them not being able to benefit from the student loan forgiveness. That's what I think it is. I think if you don't benefit from it, you have a what about me context and mindset, which is the same as the whole. I'll be real with you, the White Lives Matter movement, which was just a response to the Black Lives Matter movement. But we're gonna talk about that another day.
Influencing it's kind of silly. I don't really get the point of it.
Uh,
It's
go ahead.
because I mean, it's just like, they're like, I'm trying to set trends. I'm trying to do this. I'm putting these spots on blast. I'm like, bro, there's already people that review restaurants. There's already movie stars. There's already actors, singers. There's people that already do all this stuff, and then it's like influencers popping. They're like, yeah, well, we're doing all this other stuff. I'm like, bro, you're the same thing. You're just not as famous. It's not that. I don't really get it or the point of it.
I mean, we can dive into that, which is the whole like social media thing.
Because I mean,
Like
there's some of them. It's like when you look at some of them, like even on Instagram, it's like there's the one I forget what they're called. I think it's the B family, wherever they are. It's like it's the husband, the wife, and the two kids that are in every video. And
oh yeah, I know,
I
yeah.
mean, they do funny skits. And there's nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with like doing. Everybody loves doing funny skits. That's what TikTok is for and all that. That's cool. I don't care about that.
Uh-huh.
But like, whenever I see people like them or others where they're just like documenting every single aspect of their life, and I'm just like, why would I want the world to know every little thing I do? Like, there's no privacy.
Yeah.
I don't want to show you every aspect of my life.
No, I feel that. But the way we gotta look at it though is like they're making money just from that.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine like think about this way, right? Imagine somebody's paying me thousands of dollars just to like see what my everyday life is like. You think I'm not gonna sign that contract, bro? So y'all want to see me take a shit on live TV then? Shit, thousands of dollars. My shit gonna be worth thousands of dollars. Yeah. The thing about it is though, is we have moved from talent being we've moved from talent and content being the biggest influence in the world to notoriety.
Right.
And by that I mean this. If I were to get butterball naked and run outside and have my fiance record me, I'm going viral by tomorrow night. And then I'll be known for the rest of my life as Butterball Naked Man. Right? I'll be doing shows for no reason, thinking I'm funny. I'll be doing what they call them, meet and greets, right? All that stuff, because you're rewarded for stupidity. You're not rewarded for talent anymore. Like I go on TikTok, bro, and I follow every good content maker I can find. Everybody that's good at and by good content I mean like this is somebody I want to watch again and again and again. That's what I mean by good content. Sometimes there are people who make music. Sometimes there are people who just do funny videos, things like that. And I'll notice something. I'll notice that person probably like 1,000 followers, right? But then the next video is somebody who's not doing anything. Literally, I mean literally. Like they pretend Jared is a TikTok video, right? This is all you see the person doing in the background.
bro. Oh, shit.
This is all you see, bro. And they get thousands and thousands and thousands of views. And it's like, so you're getting views off somebody else's content and you're not even trying to hide it. You know what I'm saying? I love what TikTok did, though, with the whole duets and stitches. Because the stitches and duets still give original ownership to the first person. It still does. But the issue I have with it is that you have people like that. Where it's like, I'm not going to give my 2 cents. I'm not going to talk about the video. I'm going to just do this. Like, no, bro. That's bad, bro. Like, let's see. I have my Twitch open right now. My boy Rocky's on. And 4 people that followed me from the UK the other day, they're on as well. Sometimes I donate bits to them because since they follow me, they've been tuning into my streams and stuff. So I donate to them sometimes, and they donated back to me. And I'm looking at their counts, and it's like, why are only 2 people watching? Why are only 3 people watching? Like, these are good people. These are funny people and everything. These are good content people. It's like, why is it they're not getting out there? And Jared, I talk to you about it all the time. It's because we don't have as much, in my opinion, as much support as you can have. Right? I say it all the time. I could just go on Instagram right now. Hold on. Right now. So my Instagram has 803 followers. My Facebook has 1,500 friends. I don't even know 1,500 people. I don't even know 100 people, honestly. I know of 100 people. I don't know 100 people. And Jared can attest to this. I'll post something like my life goals. And I will see 105, 200 likes, all from family, all from friends I ain't talked to in years, everything. But as soon as I share my content and be like, be sure to like and subscribe or share and everything like that, only 2 people are sharing that. One of them is Jared. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always say, like, whenever I get rich, Jared's going to be one of the people who are going to be rich too. I'm going to tell you that right now. No cap. Like, that's how it is. Oh, what's up, bro? I just want to stop by and show some love. See, my boy Echo right here, bro. Echo was one of my first streamer boys, bro. One of my first streamer pals. What's it got? I remember catching his stream randomly on the dashboard. I'm like, this guy funny. He was playing Ooh Dear Jungle. I remember everything. He was playing Ooh Dear Jungle. His team was getting their ass beat, but he was 2-0. So I was like, he cool, right? So I'm tuned in. I ain't speaking yet. I'm just tuned in. I'm like, let me see how this guy is, right? He was a funny dude. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta give him a follow. And then since then, right, we've played games together. We've had conversations together, right? His wife would donate money to me too, which I loved, right? I'm invested in it, right? That's love right there. But then I'll see people like deliberately ignore other people's content because either they don't want to show love to them, or they just feel like it's too much of an effort. I always say this, bro. If I'm gonna give one tip to anybody out there, if you have a friend, if you have anybody that you love that makes content out there and they're sharing videos and they're sharing their music and they're sharing anything, just press the share button. Like it, press the share button. Bring more people to their stuff. Bring more audience to their stuff, and everything works out for both of y'all because they'll remember that. You know?
It's like, it's not a life doesn't always have to be a competition. Like, everyone knows there's a few bigger streamers, or not content creators that you see pull up their people with them. For instance, Supreme Dreams, or RDC1 as it goes by.
RDC1, yeah.
him and his like what is it, 6 people, I think.
It's
All
like
of them,
6, 7, yeah.
6 or 7 of them. They live in a mansion together, created content. It started with him, and every single video it was him and all his friends. And as soon as he got big enough and could pull them up with him, he did. Pulled them every step of the way. All of them work together, making great content. Even now, he's a really big YouTuber.
Yep.
You got Long Beach Griffey, Lennar, a couple of others of them. They don't necessarily collab with. They didn't necessarily all work together, but a lot of the times when they do collabs, it's always the same group of people that are doing it. So once they have your set of friends, it's like, yo, let me help you out. I'll help you out. Help me out.
His voice is pro. I turned it up.
All people are with you. Oh, my voice is super low.
No, I turned you up. It's because I have the desktop a little bit lower than the mic.
Oh, okay. I also move closer if that helps.
Go ahead.
But it's like, as you've said, it takes 3 seconds to share your friend's song, your friend's streaming, share that link. 3 seconds, maybe.
That's all. That's all it takes. And I see a lot of contradictions where people see RDC World and everything. They go goals, right? They like, oh, I wish me and my friends could do that. No, you don't. And I don't even think it's competition. I don't even think it's competition. Because competition is if you and your friend was in the same field, right? Like, how many streamer friends do we have, right? Like, we have a good amount of streamer friends, right? And we watch all their stuff. We promote all their stuff. Anytime somebody shares their stream on my Facebook and Instagram, I share it to my story on my Facebook because there's no competition there, right? I think it's when you start to see or you start to compare yourself to them. When you start to compare yourself to these people, it's over. Look, the most viewed and subscribed person on Twitch in North America right now isn't Ninja. It's not Ninja or any of them. It's Kai Cenat. Right? For all those who don't know Kai, he's an African American Twitch streamer who mostly just be chatting. He sometimes gets good artists into his streams too. They be promoting themselves sometimes too. But he's apparently a genuinely good guy. And all his people that he hangs with, guess what they are? Now they're great streamers too. Right? I think personally people just don't want to see their friends win because they feel like their friend is gonna leave them there. You know what I'm saying? Like I helped you, but you ain't helped me when you got up there. You know what I'm saying? Like if their friend won the lottery, they feel like, damn, once you won the lottery, you're not gonna remember me. Like, no, bro. You gotta remember that shit. There was a guy, I can't say names, but there was a guy who used to go to O'Brien, which is my high school. And he got into the NBA. Does he remember every single person he went to high school with? No. Of course not. But I bet you he remembers everybody that supported him. Everybody that made sure that to keep in contact with him or something. Like, and he looked out for those people. You know what I'm saying? I think we're in an age where everybody's succession is told, don't put your success out there because somebody else is wishing bad upon you. That doesn't make sense to me, bro. Like, I think that doesn't make sense. Okay, if you look on social media right now, there's more negative posts than there are positive posts. Because everybody who succeeded in something or has things going well for them, right? They're told don't share that with people. Because people wish bad upon you. Like, first of all, those people ain't God, bro. They not God. So how are they going to affect my accomplishment? You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you the 3 times that I've seen accomplishments genuinely on social media. I graduated, or I'm having a baby, or it's my birthday. That's it, right? When you get an A+ on your test, they say keep it to yourself, right? But when you get that D- and F, now you on Facebook ranting about how bad the teacher is. They let you share that. They don't let you share that A+ you got. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense to me, bro. But when I think about it, it does, because we're told not to, we're taught not to show off to other people and make them feel bad. Which, again, beats the fact that good news is always good news. If my friend starts a company, which he did, he started his own clothing line company. I bought 2 varsity jackets for me and my girl. They're pretty good, right? I posted them on my social media. I bought a full sweatsuit from him too. Why? Because I seen this young man grow up. I was one of the people to watch him grow up. I'm like, I'm about to support his business. You know what I'm saying? But then there are other people that will look at him and go, I ain't gonna buy that shit. Why ain't you gonna buy it? Just cause. You know what I mean? Just cause. All right, I don't want to tell you the real reason. It's just cause. That doesn't make sense to me, bro. It don't. I got Stefan in here. Let me do a stupid special shout out to my boy Stefan. Stefan be coming in every podcast, bro. Stefan comes in every. I ain't seen that man in 5-6 years, bro. He coming in every podcast, bro. I love you, Stefan. I'll tell you that right now. That shit crazy. That shit crazy, bro. I know half of it has to do with Jared hitting you up, but but you know what I'm saying. You gotta love it, bro. That's what I mean, though. That's what I mean by support. You know. Go ahead, Jared.
That was really a Queen statement. I mean, negative repercussions of other people could have. People are gonna hate and have negative comments no matter what you do. But I mean, there's also so it's like there's like when they say like don't like throw in people. There's a difference. Like if I graduated with a PhD or something like that, it's like I 100%. Or if you did it, I don't care. It's like definitely go on Facebook and say I'm so happy. You know, I finally after like 10 years, I finally just got my PhD. There is nothing wrong with flexing a great big success for you. That's okay. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if you're like a person like I got my PhD, I'm better than all y'all are trapped. That's different. That's just like demeaning people and shit. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But 100% flex your success. There's nothing wrong with that. Go for it. It's good. You should feel good. It's like I got my PhD. Good for you. Hell yeah. Yep. You did some hard shit and you accomplished it. Good job.
You gotta raise out work. Show it off, bro. I gotta raise out work. Thank you, Jesus. Like do something, bro. Cause what I've noticed, and I kid you not, since I got out of college, I started to post my accomplishments. And that energy seems to have let me be able to have more good news to be able to say. Right? As most of y'all know, I'm engaged now. Right? I'm engaged. That's my accomplishment right there. I ain't gonna say the other big truth, but that's my accomplishment right there. You know what I'm saying? Like people I think that say don't show your accomplishments are the same people that don't want to see accomplishments. That's what it is. That's what it is. And they ain't gonna tell you that. All right. They always say, like, look out for the people around you, because your biggest enemy could be one of your biggest supporters. Right? Just disguise. But I think once if all right, let's say this. I think personally, if I'm gonna say it, I think personally, in my opinion, if you have 10, just 10 loyal friends, right? The ones that will support you no matter, you win in life. You're gonna win in life, no matter what. You know what? You know why I say that? Because if you're a streamer, you have 10 views. If you include yourself, that's 11. Right? If you're somebody who does clothing, you have 10 purchases. If you're selling candy, that's 10 candy bars. Right? And God forbid you have like the small candy bars, like the Hershey bar, whatever, like this little size. So they buy multiple of them. So that's 10 times multiple of them. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like people don't really truly see the power of having actual support, even if it's a small number. Because rather it's 10, 2, 7, 5, and 3. You're still a lot further than most people that's happening to them. You're going to, of course, have the outliers who have like thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of supporters. But when it comes to average people, you're more ahead of people than you actually realize. With that being said, Jared, Kanye West, bro. Kanye West. What's your opinion on Kanye West, bro? I just it can be quick. We gonna have to talk about him long, but I just need your opinion on what's going on with my boy.
He needs to get off social media. Whoever his quote unquote friends are, whoever has back, take that shit away. 2, counseling, psychiatrist. He needs help. He's got a lot of issues. 3, obviously I don't know if it's true because I don't follow this man like that, but they're like, oh, he's not taking his meds and stuff that he has for all the issues. It's like, you need to get him back on his meds because clearly he's all over the place with the shit he's been doing for the last couple of years. Bottom line, he needs help. He needs a quote unquote friend, real friend right now, to help him out.
I think he fucked that up though. Like he had a lot of friends and then he just fucked it up. I think like a lot of people like to say Kanye's downfall was when he went with Kim K. I think it's before that. Because so Kanye was diagnosed with bipolar. He's bipolar. And those are the meds that he stopped taking. You know what I'm saying? When I'm seeing what he's doing, and I say this all the time, Kanye appeases to a certain audience depending on who is his biggest financial supporter. Remember the famous interview with Mike Myers when they were talking about Hurricane Katrina? Kanye said, not quoting, George Bush don't like black people. From there, black people bought everything from Kanye, every single thing. When he started to, after Watch the Throne with Jay-Z, when he started to build up his status a lot more, and he came out with Yeezys and stuff, black people couldn't afford Yeezys. Yeezys went for like $200, $300. Nobody buying no Yeezys, right? So he started to switch up his perspective on things. And when he realized, okay, that was wrong, he started to go into church Kanye. He still appeased the people who were financially supporting him. It wasn't around the time of church Kanye that you started to see when Kanye is up, whoever is financially supporting him is who he's going to basically like try to appease. When Kanye is down, he's the most pro-black person you'll ever meet. I'm saying, because, and mind you, weeks ago I said, as he was losing his stuff, I said, watch, Kanye is going to be down, especially with his comments on George Floyd. I said, Kanye's going to be down, and then he's going to apologize. Because he wasn't apologizing at first. He's like, I'm Kanye, basically. Like, I'm Kanye. I know what I'm talking about, right? Once he got down and all them people started splitting, yeah, nah, I angered my people. I'm sorry. Now I know what it feels like to have a knee on my neck. No, you don't. Shut up. Like, bro. I don't know if y'all know, but a knee on your neck ain't something where you can just keep talking and be like, nah, I know. No, bro, that shit dangerous. That shit dangerous, bro. Like, he always tries to appease other people. But this is when I say this, though. So, it's about to be the end of the semester for a lot of college students out there. What would you say, and a lot of people are going to college in January, if there are 3 big tips you would give them, what would it be?
Number 1, get your sleep when you can get your sleep. Because people don't think, oh, I'll just drink an energy drink or whatever. Bro, when you're tired, even with an energy drink, you don't process information well. You don't. You're not retaining what you're taught or showed or reading. Get your sleep. Get your 8 hours, whatever the base that you know you need. Get your sleep. Number 2, don't wait till the last minute. I know this man. Duncan, you got some stories.
I got stories.
I can always. There are some people that are like, yo, I can wait till the last minute and write like a 20-page paper in a night.
That's me.
Some people can do that, and they can write a damn good paper. That's okay.
That's me for
sure. But the majority of people cannot. Most of you cannot. Most of y'all will get like 10 pages in, but you're just crying with your head on your computer. I can't do it. I gotta touch it. Don't do it. Don't wait till the last minute. You don't have to do, like, if you have a 20-page paper due in 2 months, write 2 pages a day, 1 page a day, and you're fine. Don't wait till the last minute to try and squeeze it in. Don't wait till the last minute to try and study for a test. Oh, I can retain this. I'm really good at memorizing. Then you're gonna get to this. Oh shit, I don't remember none. Don't wait till the last minute. Number three. Number three. I don't know. What's number three? Ah, um, if you have a cool professor, and you know what I mean by cool professor, everybody in the colleges when he went to school, there's at least one professor that you know that he's like, yo, that person's dope. Yo, keep in touch, bro. You never know. Keep in touch.
Okay. So okay. So
I got
so
like
so I
four
got you,
professors.
bro. I got you with the I got you with the second one. So with the whole don't do things at last minute, he is correct. Okay. I can attest, my roommates have seen me do it. My roommate is Kevin, aka Useful Log on Twitch. Y'all can go look him up. He seen me write a 21-page business plan in 24 hours. And then he seen me do it again when that was lost. It was lost. Like I don't know what happened. It deleted or something. But 24 hours had to do basically 40 pages of work, right? That's number one. Number two, if you're a freshman or sophomore, get out of your relationship. Why do I say that? In college, you kind of want to know the options you have out there, right? If you are loyal to a T to your relationship, then stay in it because you're not gonna get most of that out there. There's a lot of disloyal people. But if you feel yourself slipping, it's better to leave than to cheat. Don't do it. Okay? Yeah, that's my number one. Number number two, I will just more amplify what Jared said. You want to network with your professors as much as possible. It's obviously thanks to my economics professor that I got the job I got today. Well, I got in the position to get the position that I got today.
I got my first job.
And he actually helped me out with learning how stocks work and what good stocks to look out for in the next 5 years and everything like that. I have since lost his number. I am sorry. I just never saved his number, which was my issue. I knew his number, I just never saved it, so I fucked up.
That's a good one.
Number three. If I'm being real, I would say try not to be that all A student. In my opinion, there are a lot of people who got all A's that sacrificed so much of their college career, not career, but their college life, just to find out they're getting the same job as the person who got all C's in their college. Because when you're doing your college, when you getting your job outside of college, right? Don't get me wrong, you don't want bad grades. Let's get out the way. Most grad schools are taking 2.5 GPAs. Right, that's the minimum requirement. If you have a 2.5, the grad school will take you. If you go to Harvard and shit, no, they're not taking you. But still, if you go to like a normal grad school, they'll take you. But a lot of people sacrifice a lot of their social life just to find out you don't put your GPA on your resume unless you have that full A plus. Because no job interviews asking you, what was your GPA in college? No, they're just looking for if you finished or not. The most important part of college to me was the social part. Like I learned, don't get me wrong, I learned things in the classroom, but I have since forgot about them. Everything I did in the calculus, advanced calculus, pre-calc, all that stuff, I forgot. So don't ask me shit about calculus. All right? But the shit I learned in ethics, the stuff I learned in religious imagination, those are Catholic stuff. Religious imagination, the stuff I learned from my friends, the stuff I learned from 2 a.m. talks at night when you have a test tomorrow at 8. Like all that stuff, I think you learn from more because college is supposed to be a melting pot. They feel like college is where your education is. I think it's where your social education begins. I think if they were to do a class, which they technically do in like psych, intro to psych and stuff like that, but you want to get involved in your campus. You want to be involved with your friends. You may or may not have those same friends come years after graduation, but you may, because look, Jared, you graduated 2017, right? 2016 or 2017?
18.
2018? No, you
No,
was with
16.
me?
Jesus Christ, my bad.
Yeah, no, I was about to say. So Jared is 2016. I'm 2018. Kevin, who's our other boy, is 2020, right? We all graduated 2 years apart each one, and it's now 2022, and we still all cool with each other. We still talking and everything. You feel me? So there are certain friendships that will extend past college. There are certain friendships that will end with college. Just know that if a friendship ends, it is okay. That is how life works. College is preparing you for life itself, not the workforce alone. Life itself. And for the next 5 minutes, we're gonna go on a rant. Jared, what's some shit that pisses you off?
Wait, 2 seconds before that.
Go ahead.
Queen, that's an excellent point. Don't feel bad if you don't realize that the major you are in for college isn't for you. Bro, there's probably over 1 million jobs in the world. You just go into college and be like, I'm gonna do this. It's not that simple. Put your feelers out. That's okay. Bounce around. Test some stuff out. You'll probably find what you like. Don't just jump all in on one thing and then you're like, oh my God, I hate this. Don't do that. You'll hate your life.
Don't do what I did as well. I changed my major 4 times. So don't do what I did. Because I ended up staying a whole nother year because of that, which meant a whole nother 20,000 in student loans. So don't do that. So go ahead.
What grinds my gears? That's very easy. Bro, if I pull up to a stop sign and you pull up to a stop sign and I wave for you to go, don't wave for me to go. I just told you to go, so go. And God damn it, bro, if I wait for you to go and then you sit there for 5 seconds and then I start to go and then you start to go, I'm going to get out of my car and we're going to fight. All right? Stop doing that. Go. This means go. You stop and they go. Stop waiting. Go. All right, that's mine. Your turn.
All right. So all the teachers out there, young and new, the fact that y'all had summer reading lists pisses me the fuck off, and I'll tell you that right now. You know why that pissed me the fuck off? Because I fail every single time, bro. I'm on Spark Notes every time for them papers. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Spark Notes, bro. I ain't read the book. Don't ask me questions about the book. That makes me even more mad as you decide to have a test on the mother book. No, it was summer. I'm enjoying my summer. You already got my weekends with homework when school starts. No, stop it. Stop. I don't know who made it, but you the devil. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. They pissed me the fuck off, bro. They pissed me the fuck off, bro. For all my friends who are teachers, if you assign your kids read it, especially some fucked up shit, bro, like you give them a whole encyclopedia. Because here's the thing too, right? Most of the readings were like two books you should read, right? You needed to read. And then they give you like an option of like one book to not read, to like for you to pick. Every single time I picked Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, bro. That's all the time, bro. I seen the movie, bro. You ain't about to tell me shit. Talking about, oh, you don't know what Hagrid's name is? No, nigga, his first name was Hagrid. His last name was Hagrid. I don't give a damn. He was a giant and a dwarf at the same time. I don't know. But those people, that whole thing pisses me off. Homework on weekends pisses me. Homework in general pisses me off, right? They forgetting the fact that kids, we're in school from 7. Right? It's normally 7. You got to get in school. 7 to 2. And then each class, there's about 6 subjects you're taking. So you have 6 homework assignments that have a minimum requirement of 1 hour each, which means from 7 to 8 o'clock at night is school. Tell me where that makes sense. It does not. It doesn't. It doesn't. When I feel like copying my friends' answers at lunchtime and stuff like that, you better shut up. You better ask me shit. What's the answer to 2? 5. This is English. I don't care. Like, this is crazy. Man, that grinds my gears, bro.
Oh, real
Oh,
quick, my last little thing. It happened because we were driving back to Philadelphia last night, bro. Littering, and I know some people are like, "Oh, why do you care, bro?" Like, do you really just not care that much? It's like the amount, bro, driving on the highway. The amount of people that just driving on the highway, roll down their window, throw out like an old drink, some rapper and shit, bro.
yeah,
Really? Like, bro, if I was at your house and we just ate lunch and I just throw my plate on the ground, walk away, how you gonna feel? You gonna be mad as shit, right? Like, what the fuck? Why would you do that, bro? I don't care. It's not my trash. I don't care. What did they say? Someone's gonna clean it up, bro. If someone came in your house and dumped your shit on the floor. Someone's gonna clean it up. That's gonna be you. You gonna fight them.
I
I know
mean,
people are like, well, it's not near me. Why do I care, bro? You ever come outside and some asshole like threw like a wrapper or some shit on your lawn and you're just like, what the fuck, bro? Why'd you
yeah,
throw that on my shit?
that shit do piss me off. I ain't
That's
gonna
annoying as shit.
lie.
That's why Philadelphia looks like shit, bro. You go in the city, there's trash everywhere. Put it in a damn trash can. It's not
So
hard.
so let me answer Andy's thing on the subject of school and reading. How do you feel about forcing the kids with severe social anxiety to read aloud in class? I feel like you're not gonna like my answer. You're not gonna like mine. I'm very old
Kind of
school when
need
it comes
to,
to
but I'll let you just go.
that. Okay, okay. You get you put yours out to mine. Okay. One, I gotta ask: is the teacher aware of your severe anxiety? That's number one. Number two, I feel like you should do it more often, right? If I was a teacher and you had that much anxiety, I would actually have you speak more often because I would want you to be as comfortable as possible in situations where you're not going to be comfortable, of course, right? You're going to like, as you grow up, you're gonna have situations in which you're gonna have to speak louder. You're gonna meet people that are new to you. You're gonna have people that are going to judge you just off how you speak and everything. So I would actually pick the person who has the most anxiety and have them speak every single class, right? And when they ask, "Why are you picking on me?" I'm not picking on you. I'm building you up because I got. If I ever became a teacher, I'm preparing my students for life, and that requires being in uncomfortable situations. You know what I'm saying? And we know we got some people that like some people are illiterate, and what do you do with that? You keep making them read because you and the whole class are supposed to help them in a social setting become more comfortable. That's all it is. So yeah, ain't no what they call them. Ain't no sugarcoating it with me. Ain't no that's so sad with me. Go ahead, Jerry.
Even if you have like say people who have a stutter. I went to summer camp. There's a kid who had a stutter, and yo, like some people like laugh at it like they think it's funny. But me, I like in my head, I'm like thinking like, bro, I know that's annoying as shit. You're just trying to say one thing and you're constantly getting hung up on it. But it's like you have to work through it. So even if it's like someone has social anxiety or something like that, if they go to like yeah, you go to classes for it, or you have a one-on-one session with a teacher or someone to help you through it. What do they have you do? They just have you read more. They just help you pronounce certain words more, and you just practice until you get through it. That's what you got to do. Obviously, in a class, it might be a little bit harder if you like, because you know all your classmates are around you, and especially as you know, we all were kids at one point. Kids are assholes, so they can be. So that makes it worse. But if you are a teacher and you notice one of your kids is having that issue, it doesn't hurt to like maybe have like an extra session or two. I'm like, hey yo, like, read this sentence, read this paragraph, slowly work with them one on one.
Mm-hmm.
That cuts the social anxiety at least in half because it's just you and the student, and overall, it's going to benefit them more anyway.
Yeah, like I know a lot of kids are forced to do things. I think it's more about like just making sure like, hey, I got expect to do this 10 years from now. You know, shit, I even what's it called? My minor was in accounting and in communication. Again, because I changed my major 5 times, bro. So I had a lot of classes under my belt. But one of our things was public speaking, and we had people in our public speaking class that weren't good at public speaking. Like they got anxious, they got nervous, they stuttered on the words because when that happens, your anxiety gets up there, and now you're reading words too fast before your mind even can get to it. Uh, yeah, we are. On a note, teachers wanting to keep on a note of teachers wanting the kids' best interest in mind, a big issue I've seen when it comes to schools is how they handle bullying in kids. That's because there's not a right way to do it. Like there isn't. All right, I'll put in two perspectives, right? So I was bullied as a kid. Well, once I got into public school, I was bullied as a kid. And one of the biggest things about it, hold on, there you go. One of the biggest things about it was just the fact that like I couldn't go to the teachers because it would make the situation worse. And taking the bullying kid being bullied aside and having them talk it out. No, see, yeah, no. So a bully knows that he's being bullied. Like all these cartoon movies and all that stuff to say, oh, maybe y'all should talk it. No, all these kids know they're being mean. That's like kid 101. Don't be mean. Like that's no, like you can't no, bro. Like that's how it is. The issue is though is that if you suspend the child, right, the person who's being mean, you suspend them and all that stuff, they're gonna get back at the kid who reported them, and that happens majority of the time. And the kid that reported him, guess what? Now he's like, I can't report the next kid. I can't report him again. What they gonna do? Now the situation was made worse when I reported him, so I can't report him anymore. Right? When I got bullied, I got jumped twice. I got jumped. And the first report was the police because I got jumped. Like and it didn't make anything better. It made things worse. I mean, luckily I had gangbanger friends. So they stuck up for me. You know what I'm saying? Like when they found out what happened. But after that, I couldn't depend on them. I was a chubby kid. I was a short, chubby kid, bro. Like, nah. So I started to get stronger. I started to build myself up. That's the only thing you're going to counter bullying is to make sure you're not able to be bullied. That's the only way to counter bullying. That's the only way, in my opinion. Because that whole talk it out thing, nah. Shit, I became friends with some of the kids that bullied me as a kid. God rest his soul, he passed away. But one of my boys was one of my former bullies. He didn't know because the bully doesn't normally think about his victim like that. I'm the one that had to tell him, yo, you used to bully me when we was like 10. I said, what? And we met in high school. He thought we met in high school. I'm like, nah, bro, we met when we was 10. You know what I'm saying? Let them hit you first. Yeah, no, once you let them hit you first, everything after that self-defense.
Right.
Everything. So of course you both will be suspended from school. So because school always goes like, oh, we have a no tolerance policy. But you're justified. So if they try to make it anything more, you're completely justified.
My dad told me that when I was it was in middle school is when I first started my kind of with bullies. 8th grade is when like I finally ended it. But my dad, what did my dad tell me? He said, look, he's like, if you ever hit someone first for any reason, I'm gonna beat your ass when you come home and you're 100% wrong. But if they hit you first and you hit them back, I will come up to that school and 100% back you no matter what happened. And he knew because it's like for me growing up, even now, people who like know, they're like, yeah, Jared's just like a really chill, nice person. I was never an aggressive person. I wasn't a person who would always fight back. That's why I got bullied so much.
Yeah.
But what happened was eventually my dad told me, he's like, here's what you do. He's like, look, I understand you're just not a violent person. It happens. There are people like that. He's like, you tell them to stop. If they don't stop and they touch you, knock them the F out.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't care. Because I don't care. He's like, I'm not going to get mad at you for that. And what happened? I finally snapped. I beat the shit out the bully. My dad was like, all right, good job. Nice. High five. Good.
That's all you got to do. That's it.
Never got bullied again.
That's it. If my kids ever come home and say they were being bullied, so they beat up the bully, and they suspended, we going out for that suspension. You going to the aquarium? We going to the zoo? I'm gonna reward your ass for that. Now I will have to talk to you. I will give you a talking to. Huh? Oh yeah, I just saw it cut out just now.
You're good.
I will give you a talking to make sure it's not like a normal behavior. But defending yourself will always get a pass from me, as long as you're defending yourself in a justifiable way. Like,
Fair.
do not be a kid who gets punched and then stabs him. Like, no, that's not how. No,
That's
no.
rules.
Okay. Stopping somebody else from being bullied. See, now that's an issue. As somebody of Caribbean descent, you mind your business, right? If it's a friend or somebody who can become a friend, I'll justify it one time. One time is the only time you'll get a pass from me. After that, if you become Captain Hero, you actually may end up messing up your life more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because if you say to officials or anything in the real world, yes, they'll be like, okay, use justifiable force, because I think certain laws, self-defense laws, are your defense and the defense of somebody else, right? But as a kid, you're gonna if you're constantly being the hero for somebody, you don't want to do that, because then you're gonna be labeled as a trouble kid, and a lot of people are gonna start treating you differently. A lot of people are not gonna want to be around you. You're gonna have more of a, what's the word? More of a teachers are gonna look at you differently and treat you more differently. Basically, if you're the kid that constantly gets suspended, right? They don't give a fuck if it's for somebody else. If you're this person that constantly gets suspended, they're gonna have you in a certain criteria. So the first time you defend somebody, you get suspended, you get a pass. After that, no. I probably will end up with a child. Like my stepdaughter, my girl, and her baby father are literally are tiny. So I know my stepdaughter is gonna be like 4'11" or some shit, bro. Like, oh god. So I I will teach them myself how to fight. I'll teach them myself, because my dad and my older sister, who beat motherfuckers' asses, those two taught me how to fight. So I can teach her how to fight. I'll probably like I'll probably do kickboxing classes rather than martial arts. Because while martial arts is self defense, I've never actually seen somebody who took martial arts, like in the normal world, who took martial arts and was fine after that. I've seen kickboxers though whoop somebody ass every time they, you know what I mean, like that, and especially the triangle hold with the, that's it crazy.
Yep.
So 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 I would say this to most parents out there: if your child is being bullied, teach them self defense. And I know a lot of people are like, and
That's not the answer.
it leads to that discussion, that sex discussion, where it's like, remember with the whole rapist situation, they say teach men, don't teach women how to defend themselves. Teach men not to, sexual assault. Teach men not to sexual assault. And to that, I always say the same thing. I can't control other men. I can't control how those kids grow up. I can't control that. So me as a man, I have to teach my son to not do that, of course, even though it's common sense not to. But I have to teach my son not to do that, and I have to teach my daughter, in case you meet somebody that is like that, defend yourself. Remember, everything is a just in case. You teach martial arts, Muay Thai, boxing, everything as a just in case. There are some people in life that have never thrown a fist in their entire life other than a pillow. Okay? Everything is a just in case. And a lot of people have issue with a just in case. No. Everything's a just in case. Why do you learn how to swim? Just in case you're in a situation where you need to. All right. Some people learn how to swim and never touch any ocean at all, ever. You know, it never hurts to know how to defend. Exactly. A lot of people get that messed up. But
because people like you get the comments. Oh well, no, people aren't bad, bro. Life sucks. I should say life is unfair. You can do everything wrong and still get screwed, no matter what. That's just the way
Literally.
life is. So if you can take some sort of preventative actions against the probably billions of things that could potentially go wrong and happen to you,
Yep.
do it. People, it's like I've had medical insurance and I've been healthy for 80 years. Good for you. You have great genetics. But God forbid you're just walking down the street minding your own business and some asshole just comes up and messes you up. You don't have medical insurance now. Now you're going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. Everything is just in case because you never know what could happen. Learning to swim. I usually stay in the shallow end of the ocean. I'm gonna level with you. I can quote unquote swim, but it looks terrible. I can keep myself afloat, but I can't save anyone else but myself. That's it.
This man doggy paddling all the way, dog.
Yep, and it looks terrible, and I'm splashing, but damn it, I'm not drowning. You could be driving, doing everything right, and someone loses control of the car, hits you, you drive into the river. Oh shit, now you gotta swim. But guess what? You know how. So you're good to go. Open that door. Also, if your car ever goes into a body of water, roll down your window immediately or open your door so that way it doesn't get stuck and you can get out. Safety tip. Also buy a seatbelt cutter. God forbid you can get out your vehicle.
That shit crazy. But yeah, man. Like, there's no real solution to bullying other than what ifs. Okay. Majority of life's situations are what if preventions. That's all it is, bro. Why do you have insurance? It's what if you get in an accident. That's all it is. That's all it is. You're paying them a lot of money for not. You're a safe driver, right? Which insurance doesn't make sense because if you're a safe driver, you're still paying the money. But then as soon as you knock into somebody, oh, I gotta pay you more money for doing your job. That's crazy. But but yeah, man, that's how it goes, bro. So as a reminder, guys, we're just going to be just a talkative podcast. Okay, we're not coming in with topics before. If we want to, we could discuss it probably a few hours before, but no, it's just a vibe, podcast. We just talking back and forth. Anybody, they have the collab cam, as you can see with Jared here now. So with the collab cam, we can just invite people in if they want to. We can stack you up right there, to put one right there, we make it smaller. And yeah, we can have a whole broad of discussions, guys. With that being said, that's the end of the podcast. So I'm about to go live on Twitch with League of Legends. So, Jerry, you got anything to say?
Ohana means family. Family means no one gets left behind. That's a good quote.
Lilo had a big nose, but Nani was thick as fuck. So, with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys on the stream. Have a good night. Peace.